Maclunkey!
Maclunkey. So I says to Maple,
welcome to the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness discussion video.
Like
I'm joined by AJ, Dan, and Connor, and we have some takes on this film.
I'm back from the dead, bitches.
Yeah,
he's returned. I like the overlay, Sam.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I like the vibe. Yeah.
I like how
It was fun watching this be made.
What? Sam's icon is much more like detailed. He has like shading and everything and lighting.
You can tell this is the one that I made first and for me, and then everyone else's is just like I'm quickly whipping them out.
I love that you've got my little eyebrow thing I do as well.
Yeah, I had to give you some kind of flair, you know. I had to make you look.
Yeah, I couldn't just be like the only one with a connected beard here. That wouldn't be fair.
I got glasses and not a beard, but yeah, whatever.
Well, this is when you had just like a goatee going on.
Yeah.
Connor's is like one of my favorites. He just looks so chill and happy. Like his makes me genuinely smile when I look at it.
All right, so let's start, guys. This is going to be spoiler-filled, so everyone be careful.
If you haven't seen the movie, get out, and if you don't care, stay. It's whatever. It's not like it was my one reskinned. I mean, a little bit.
It did change quite a bit.
All of these are just, in theory, all of these are just me reskinned. Because I went off of mine and did everyone else's.
Yeah, mine's changed a lot, actually, I'll have you know, Kaz, from that one time. Actually, Sam and did it?
Connor's
like
glasses are the best, yeah. Yeah, what were our general thoughts going through the movie? Like, let's all give it like a out of 10 score. Like what we
gotta give it the meta
I give it an 8 out of 10. For me.
I gave it an 8 out of 10 as well, yeah.
I would probably give it a 6 to 7. I mean, like maybe 6.5 if I was being realistic there.
6. Between 6 and 7, sort of 6.5 range.
Yeah, and like
so nicely.
Yeah, and not to point it out also, but like I like that I unintentionally on the overlay I put both me and Dan on one side of like the multiverse thing, and then you and Connor on the other side. It's like the people who liked it, the people who are kind
split.
of whatever. Yeah, we're in different multiverses of who liked it and who didn't.
I'm in different multiverses, Sam apparently.
But yeah, let's. Unfortunately I only saw the movie once. I was gonna go see it twice last week with once with Gibby, but Gibby kind of canceled on me, so that's cool. Gibby, if you're watching, what the hell, man? But
yeah, Gibby.
But yeah, like so I'm not really 100% clear on the movie, but I think we could go through it pretty decently.
I think so too.
Yeah, I know. Like since I saw it, like pretty much opening weekend, like I'm a little hazy, but
yeah, because it's been about a week since it came out. When did it come out again? The 5th? Oh, it's been like 2 weeks almost. So
10 days. It's been 10 days.
They started it really well with like America and other Universe Strange.
Defender Strange is what he's called.
Defender Strange.
That's what.
Not much of a defender.
Yeah, really.
Immediately.
Immediately, he gave me like creepy vibes.
I know that story. Like, yeah, right.
Really, I thought it was very much like.
Yeah.
What kind of like story do you think they went through? You know.
Yeah, I would have loved for her to like kind of
together.
I would have loved for her to kind of talk about that more in a sense and be like, "This is my experience with this other Strange and all this and this and this."
Yeah, I had a thought because obviously we'll get to that part, but like when she was like, "Yeah, like I've just been going through multiverses," like what made her land in this one and what made her reach that Doctor Strange, and they obviously had some kind of relationship because they were friends. Like she says it like as he's trying to kill her, like, "We were friends. Why are you doing this?" I want to be like, "Huh."
Well, yeah, like they talked about that at the end of the movie. How she like always goes where she needs to be.
Yeah, her power has always been working because it always takes her where she has to go, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but okay, I don't know.
Also,
like,
oh, sorry,
like the TARDIS.
I want to point out there's something that I found really weird. Is like at the beginning you see the book. What's called? It's the book of. I was about to say the book of Khonshu. That's not it at all.
Book of Boba Fett.
Don't touch that one. Don't touch that.
Let's say the blue book. The blue.
Oh fuck yeah! I don't remember what it was called.
The book of the Vanti or something like that.
Yeah,
Javanti or yeah. But like, what weirded me out is because like, you see it there, like Defender Strange and American Chavez were like right there, and then like they go into the he gets stabbed or whatever. But like, didn't they say like later on like in the movie that they're like there's only one Book of Ashanti?
Ashanti, yeah.
And I was like, is there like one per universe, or there's just only one ever?
Well, because I think this one's outside of the universe. I think it's one ever.
It's in like the in-betweens of the multiverse, is what I gathered from that location.
Weird. But Wanda could have the Darkhold in like every universe.
That's okay. Well, that is interesting.
That was to explain how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had a Darkhold as well.
I don't know if that needed to be explained. I don't know if anyone cares about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Also, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had a Darkhold? I've never even seen Agents
of S.H.I.E.L.D. care about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Sam. Don't disrespect them like that.
I just think that...
They also had a Ghost Rider in that show, okay?
Yeah, but I guarantee you when like that actually comes back around, like when we get an official Ghost Rider, it probably won't be that.
Oh god, no.
It's gonna be
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves or...
That would be awesome!
Yeah, it would be fucking dope.
Why do I keep on forgetting his name?
Bring back Nick Cage.
Nick Cage, thank you.
I would be okay with that if it was because if they MCU'd it, I'd be like, Ghost Rider. Like, it's good. But yeah, and like, so they're getting chased by like a fabric demon or whatever, like it's like coming at them.
Apparently, but then like you never see it again.
You never see it again, and I thought that was gonna be a whole thing in itself, like not to jump ahead.
Gonna be like a whole other thing.
Yeah, not to jump ahead or anything, but when Wanda's like, I was sending monsters to get America, I was like, oh,
where'd you get them from?
Yeah, like I figured that was like a second party. Like, not to bring up Mephisto, I didn't think it was gonna be Mephisto, but just like someone, else also trying to get America. That then like Scarlet Witch.
Wait, she could send monsters across the multiverse, because like how'd she get into the Book of Ashanti area?
Yeah.
Why can't she just do that? Like she can't send herself, but she can send monsters.
Yeah, that part of the movie was a little weird. Like, I will fully admit that, because I totally thought that those were going to be other monsters. Even the eyeball one, I was like...
My dad should be Ghost Rider.
Yeah, really. Oi!
True.
You know what, mate? I'd fucking play a sick Ghost Rider. I don't know what you're on about.
I'd take that one. Yeah, even the eyeball monster, to an extent, like, if she had just not said anything about...
Gigantos, by the way.
Yeah. If she had just not said...
That's literally his name.
If she just not said anything about the monsters, I feel like that just would have been a better opening for other things. Like, it just felt so weird that it was her.
Yeah. I
also,
don't know.
I didn't see that coming. Like, I honestly... Like, when from the trailers, I perceive this as, like, something is going to, like, be making, like, all these rifts, and they're going to be hopping these dimensions. And then, all of a sudden... they're gonna turn like Wanda evil by like convincing her to do some evil shit, and then that's how she'll be the bad guy. But they're like, no, straight up, like she's just evil.
I would have thought, like you say, linking the two theories, like the third party enticing Wanda, but like you can have your children, but you can have this fantasy life that you've always wanted, and then she's like, fuck it, bad bitch time.
And I think was just goes for it. Apparently.
Pardon?
I think it was Shuma Gorath.
Shuma Gorath?
Oh, I know.
Apparently, I just looked up the eye monster.
Oh wow!
Shuma Gorath is like a Eldritch Being also.
But yeah, because it was just shocking originally that like I like you thought, yeah, like I thought that they were gonna have her be like the bad guy later on in the film, but like right away they were like, yeah, she's coming and she's destroying Camartage or whatever. Was that the place?
Yeah, Camartage.
Yeah, like destroying that, leveling it, killing a bunch of people there, like irredeemably.
Strongest Avenger.
Like, yeah, absolutely strongest Avenger. Like, she had no remorse there. And, I mean, coming out of WandaVision, where at the end of that show, they're like, it's okay, Wanda. Like, they won't know what you went through. And it's like, fuck that shit, I guess, because she's, like, super evil.
But she's also hot.
She did give them the option to just say no.
I forgive her. She's hot as fucking.
She did look very good. But she looked better at the end of WandaVision. She had way better hair.
Also, okay.
I mean, she looked good at the end of WandaVision, but I don't know, something about this one, like her crazy look in her eyes. I don't know. It just
this is almost like nothing to do with it. But like, can we talk about Rintra for a hot second?
Who?
The
he's the bull, the green bull that they just showed up.
God!
But, like, they don't explain anything about him. He's just there. Like
That-
a good like nod to the comics, but
Bro,
like,
I didn't
he's
even
just
know he was
there.
green until Connor said it.
This is like the thing here where like the Marvel movies are becoming like Star Wars in a way where you can really feel when they just throw things in there to be like, make a toy out of that, make a Funko.
Well,
Yeah,
Rintrah was
literally.
real. I mean, like, why?
Like he's real in the
actually-
comics, but like the fact that they like put him in there, like he has no backstory, he has no lines.
He's
he's
just
there.
Well, I
He
think
does
that's like
nothing.
I think that's like the. I don't think they need to explain that. It's just like a fancy, you know.
but like
thing.
what
Just
I'm
like
saying
that-
more
just
so
like
is
just like how they're like they I thought this movie was going to include Baron Mordo being a villain, but like no, they just explain it's like yeah, he started trying to kill me, so whatever.
Yeah.
They just explain his history then.
Also,
Wait.
back to for like a really hot quick second, because like it's kind of similar. There was also like the chick who was like she was firing the cannon at Wanda, and then she became a prevalent character for like 2 seconds, and then dies, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
well, they should have just given that to the bull if they were going to give like they split character focus on that front where it's like, why do we even have this bull? That's not like my complaint isn't that like the bull's not explained. My thing is that the bull serves no purpose other than to just literally be like, hi, I'm a bull here, and like
His
I
voice-
Gratuitous fan service.
This is
Jam.
bullshit.
His voice was like, "Oh no, that looks like she got in." Like,
yeah, and it's
Hey,
like, dude, like what is this? This is a toy. That's all this is. That's all that I got from it.
his voice was very like Narnia-esque.
Yeah,
Also,
absolutely.
I know. I love when she's infiltrating Carmitage, and she's just like, it was like one's like, clear your minds, and then she just like pops up behind that one guy. She's like, I'm like, damn, that's like fucking some spooky ass shit.
That was the AJ in the crowd where like he's simping for her. He's like, she is pretty good looking though.
Like, bro, I don't know if I can.
I can't resist her. Shit!
That'd be me. That'd be me for sure.
Can't fault the guy for
Yeah.
that. I can't fault him.
Nah, it would be like, Wanda, stop! You're gonna make me act up, please. For the love of God, stop!
Like, I just dropped the barriers and was like, I didn't even do anything. Like, she looked at me.
Yeah, I thought that battle scene in general was pretty cool, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't really like. I actually liked that this movie was really dark in a way. Like it pushed that rating that it had. Like even,
yeah.
even just
Cameron
walking
is
up,
good at that.
even just walking up the Carmitage way, and like there was the guy that was still kind of alive that she just evaporated, or I guess that's not the right
Yeah.
word, but like she just disintegrated.
I forgot about that guy.
She like dusted that guy.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm the new Thanos. He's like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. A second time.
She was like, I love how scary this one, like how many, like it could have been a horror movie at some points.
Getting
It really
Sam
kind of was in some areas. Like,
Getting Sam Raimi
Yeah.
to do this movie like was a genius stroke because he absolutely commands the camera when it comes to like horror shots and horror like sequences and everything like that. Like just
Yeah.
the scene where she was invading and the mirrors were being utilized.
Oh, that was so
was
good.
really good.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like when she was
I
coming
love
through
when
the
her
puddles.
hands like ripping out of it, and
Yes!
she's like coming, and she starts pulling people under into like the puddles.
And then as she comes through the gong and like starts pulling her way through.
Then like the eyeball on the ground or whatever, like in the puddle, like that was that was pure Raimi right there, and I loved that. And then but even the reason for that was cool because she was sent to the mirror dimension by Strange, and I was already like, okay, so maybe like we're okay for a little bit. Nah, bitch, this is like one of the strongest characters we ever have had to deal with. So she's gonna figure it out. It was cool as shit.
I love the
Speaking of
fact that we got
mirror
to see her figure it out though. Like normally they just gloss over it, whereas like you physically watched her literally like go, okay, smash, I'm coming to get you.
I also like speaking of the mirror dimension, did
Rogue eyeballs in this movie.
Doctor Strange ever throw Thanos in the mirror dimension? I
He
don't
tried
remember doing
to.
that.
He tried to do it, right? And then Thanos punched the dimension away because he had the Reality Stone.
Right. Okay.
Like at that point, like
Oh,
Thanos.
that's okay.
Thanos
So
was
Thanos
very
didn't have a
powerful.
reality stone. Doctor Strange would
Reality
probably
can be whatever he
end him.
wants.
Yeah. The funniest thing that I saw someone compare it to is that Thanos, when he has the Reality Stone, he turns people into like goo and shit like that. But when he leaves, they go back into normal, right? He's like, you could be okay back when I leave. It's okay. It's okay. Wanda shows up and fucking glasses people. She's like, I don't care. You ain't coming back and you're dead.
No more.
Fucking hell, dude.
I do love the fact that she was like, that was me being merciful, and it's like, damn, bitch, fuck, oh my god.
And that's just what I mean, though. Like when I am saying this sort of as a negative for this movie, where it's like she just feels so extreme from when we last saw her.
The thing with grief, though, like that's the thing. Like with like.
But she got over.
She can't think straight.
She got over that grief though in WandaVision. She had like an arc there that it literally ended with everyone being like, "Yeah, Wanda, it's okay."
I don't think grief just vanishes that easily, especially with the Darkhold. I think that just amplified that shit.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing is that she like it really just fucked her up.
Like Doctor Strange didn't even have grief, and he was corrupted by the Darkhold.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
well, I think he had grief. He had grief over the fact that his world was destroyed by what he did.
No, I mean our Doctor Strange.
Oh, our Doctor Strange. Oh yeah, well he got that third eye bullshit. I don't know what the fuck. Honestly, that was weird, but I don't know.
He was corrupted by the short use that he had with the Darkhold, and then but like Wanda was using that regularly,
24/7. Since who knows how long?
I think that was just to show how quickly the Darkhold can just turn you evil.
I guess I see that as a very like.
Didn't WandaVision take place? Didn't WandaVision take place like 2 weeks after, 2 weeks after Endgame, and then if this takes place, like a couple weeks after No Way Home. No Way Home took place like 9 months after, Endgame. So that means like Wanda's been playing with the Darkhold for like 9 months straight,
which is a long time.
Yeah, sure, but they also do preface the fact that she is a very powerful person. She's more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme, and like all this shit. I understand that she will get corrupted eventually, sure, but I think that if there was some outside force other than just this book doing it, I think that'd be much better.
Yeah, but on the flip side to that, though, Sam, normally I would agree with you on that, but you got to remember, like, if she's spent 9 months searching for one particular thing, which is still driven by the grief and the guilt and stuff, that's what the Darkhold's going to be eating away at constantly until eventually she's just like, I'm not fighting you, like, I want this, and then it just takes over sort of thing, and that's how we get this.
Let's completely sidetrack on that. Her plan in the first place is ridiculous because she's like, I just want to be with I want to have my kids, and it's like, okay, well, why are you going to you have unlimited universes. You could go to a universe where Billy and Tommy are literally about to be eaten by zombies and save them from that fucking terrible fate, and be like, oh, now you're back in this dimension, you're good.
Yeah, that made zero sense. Like, especially like at the end, like, sorry to obviously jump forward, but like when America at the end of it's like, you know, I could have just sent you to a fucking universe where your kids were.
Yeah.
And it's like, Wanda, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, what is your actual game plan here? Like, because then she goes and sees her kids near the end of the movie, and it's like, well, of course, what is happening would have happened. You're showing up as like a demonic, terrifying person from another dimension. Like, terrible plan, Wanda. Terrible fucking plan.
Well, I think as well, like the fact that Doctor Strange actually questioned the morality of that decision as well. Like, you know, like it was more like the whole. But what's going to happen with the real mum? Like, what are you going to do with that person? Are you just going to kill her off, or what? Like, it raised, yeah, like, well, yeah, I agree. But on the same token, like, even when faced with that moral question, she still was like, I don't give a shit.
She was so tunnel visioned, lol, that another dimension didn't even occur to her.
But it's true though, like especially like when like she has so much grief like over like her brother died, her husband died, her fake kids died.
Yeah,
she wants nothing to bring it back. Like if a genie was to come up and be like, "Yo, I can grant you anything in the world," she'd be like, "I want my kids. I don't care what it takes to do to get them."
You're saying
she's not
like
thinking correctly.
She's got over that grief, Sam, but like knowing from personal experiences is not that
like
easy.
I get that. I get that in real life, sure, but in these movies, especially like that would be so inconsistent just to the rest of the universe. I feel that like because that moment happened in Vision, and we had that moment happen. In WandaVision, sorry.
I think that would make it even worse, like knowing that like everyone is in fact gone. Like you had to say goodbye again, you know? Like I think that just makes it worse. And even at the end of WandaVision, you could see her trying to get her kids back using the Darkhold.
Yeah, but like, and again, like,
didn't give up her grief.
Well, yeah, she didn't give up because she knew that her kids existed in some other reality. So, like, I agree with her. Why not try to go and get kids from a reality again where it makes sense? And I get that you guys are saying that she's not thinking straight. Sure beans, But I'm
I
just
don't think
saying.
I'll
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. The other thing too is like they need to have this kind of plot, otherwise there would be no movie.
But there absolutely could have been with what we were saying. Like there could have been outside forces and things that are affecting her other than the Darkhold, because that honestly didn't come across in the movie at all in that vibe.
It came across for me, man. Like they're just showing how like manipulative the Darkhold can be. How easy you could be like transformed by it.
I think of Sam Raimi movies that have featured a evil book, this is the not as good one that had like the
Sam Raimi is evil books, eh?
the way that he conveyed the evilness that would happen to you from the Book of the Dead, or I think it was just the Necronomicon in that one too, yeah, but like, I don't know, like, there just needed to be more from it or something, because it just didn't. And then, yeah, like how Connor's saying, like, there's the one book of good in, like, the middle place, but then in every dimension exists a Darkhold, so it kind of makes that book feel less.
Well, because that one could do whatever you want it to. The Darkhold also, is just an evil book.
Wait, did they also sorry, you go, Connor.
Also, at the end of this movie, like, technically, all the Darkholds are gone, and one destroyed the pure good book anyway. So like, it doesn't even matter. None of them exist anymore.
And like Tessa's saying too, like you could have all this physical power, but she still has the mind of a human. Like it's just gonna crack.
She even says that at the like, temple. She was like, "I was born to rule." Like, everything.
Imagine having
all I want is
like
kids.
a mind that you have now, like just a normal non-super mind, but you have the incredible superpowers, and then everyone you've ever loved or known is dead.
Oh, I would have the biggest villain arc in human history.
Yeah, like even just having those powers, I would probably go evil.
I get that, but like what I'm at the end of her, like I still don't agree that like, 'cause the end of her show, like there's literally Vision talking to her in the sweetest way, in like the, hey babe, we're gonna be back together at one point if you figure this shit out, and maybe not the craziest of fucking ways. If you just figure it out, we'll be back together. It'll be fine.
And her way of figuring it out was trying to use the Darkhold and corrupting her. I don't know what you're trying to convey here, Sam.
It's just that it felt very.
They had the rules. They set the rules of the Darkhold, which is if you use it, you turn fucking evil. And she used it, and she turned fucking evil. I don't know what else there is to explain.
But like they were in her show, they explained that the the Scarlet Witch is like the master of the Darkhold, who will like be able to control it and do everything with it. So I figured that she was above that.
Well, they also like the Scarlet Witch is also evil. I'm pretty sure in lore.
I guess
is evil as fucking lore.
I guess. Like I don't know.
Yeah, Tess is like saying like Sam. What the fuck? Like,
well, that's because she liked the movie. I don't know what to say. Like, of course she's gonna say that. I did not like the movie.
Anyway, jumping out of that spot, then they go through like the multiverses where, honestly, I gotta say, when they jumped through like a bunch of the multiverses, there was only one really good one. The rest of them were kind of lame.
Yeah, like the cartoon and the paint one.
Yeah, the cartoon one was good, and then everything else was like, your cubes, your paint, and I'm like, oh, okay. I feel like this is just you trying to be like, look, Doctor Strange is still trippy.
This scene was shorter than the scene in the first movie. That was the exact same scene, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, that's cool, and then when the movie ended, and I was like, that was really like the extent of the traveling.
What would have been really cool is to show like comic book versions, and then like a bunch of the Marvel TV shows, like their actual cartoons.
I do get that, like, yeah, maybe they could have gone through more universes, but like for what we got, it was fine. And for a movie, like if it was like a show, then like hell yeah, they go through more fucking universes. But this is a movie; they could only do so much with.
I don't know if I agree with that though, because like in 1:15,
going through like multiple universes would make the story too convoluted. No one would understand it at that point.
But it's a multiverse of madness. It's like a crazy movie.
You went through one, yeah, but like you got to actually make it make sense.
I think
that have a movie makes sense.
When a movie like Everything All at Once comes out, like just when this movie comes out, it really shows like how lesser this movie is in that regard.
Oof.
Yeah. I suppose it's like the first Doctor Strange film though. It was like, it wasn't great.
Yeah, I came out of that movie being like, meh, not a whole lot.
Like this one, like normally with a Marvel film, I will watch it twice. This one, I was like, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother until that's like released at home, sort of thing. Like, I'm just not gonna bother.
Like, because for me, it's like if a Rick and Morty episode that's like 15 minutes long can be crazier and more madness than like a 2-hour film of Doctor Strange, then like I don't know. That to me is like kind of where I'm like, well,
I won't fault you
They're like
there. I
different
kind of
formats.
agree like with that kind of sense, but
I want pizza balls at Avengers Campus. Have that now. Yes, that would be actually amazing. I want to see.
The Sam West cut of
It would probably be just the 2-hour and 40-minute long version that Sam Raimi has said there is. So I don't know. Like, I feel like if this movie was longer, I would have probably liked it more if they'd been able to do more.
Also, okay. Sorry, I'm reading the wiki while we as we go, so I can remember things.
At the
I
beginning,
loved the Darkhold scene, by the way. Like when she's like, sorry, the dream walking, when it's like playing all the crazy music and it's like going through like the Jimmy Neutron brain blast
that
situation.
was a super,
like,
super Sam Raimi shot for sure.
I
Like,
loved that.
when
shit.
that was
It
happening,
so
I was like,
cool.
"Holy crap! This is giving me Drag Me to Hell vibes hard."
We haven't even gone to the meat and potatoes of this movie yet, guys.
I know, it's fucking brilliant. 40 minutes of us just chatting shit about the rest of it, not even got into the main content of the film. Love it.
Also, Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah,
Obviously,
Bruce
makes-
Campbell.
makes his obvious appearance in the Sam Raimi movie.
It's always Bruce Campbell and Danny Elfman. Like they always gotta be in there.
I do love the like they did a Sam Raimi was basically explaining why Bruce Campbell was in it. He was like in quotes was like, I rang him up and was like, Bruce baby, and apparently his reaction was just like, what do you want me to do?
I think it was
Bruce
honestly.
and Sam Raimi have been best friends for years.
I think it was his
Yeah.
best cameo in one of these movies too, if I'm being honest, because it really allowed him to be like super physical and super crazy in that way.
His
Like,
slapstick self.
yeah, like when he it just super reminded me of when he's beating the shit out of himself in Evil Dead. Like, it's just so good. Like, he's always been the best at that. But
Man,
I
I
just
love
want to
Campbell.
bring up also at the beginning, like the whole Rachel McAdams thing. Like, do you guys really
the
like?
wedding.
Do you guys really like feel that and stuff like from the first
I'll be
movie?
honest. Okay, so straight up,
that one-
the night before we went to go, we watched, because Tess never saw the first Doctor Strange. We watched it, and I was like, it's so weird that Rachel McAdams was in this because, like, it feels like they don't really care. Like I kind of to like What If basically, because I remember like watching Doctor Strange 1, and by the end of it, they kind of like, yeah, I love you, but like I have to be like Doctor Strange and shit, and then it was never brought up again. And then like you watch What If, and he's like, oh my god, Christina's my world. What the fuck? And then this one, they really just are like, yeah, he like really loves Christine and stuff, and you're like, huh? I did not get that vibe.
Yeah,
to, like,
so, and then her
the last
husband
8
really loves
appearances
Doctor
I've seen
Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I didn't really like feel that. I just was like, they could have not had Rachel McAdams in this movie at all, and
I do love her though. So
I love Rachel McAdams. Yeah, I just think they kind of blew her as like an actress in this universe.
Yeah.
Blow.
Like, she could have been
Yeah.
like an actual person, like an actual like hero, but now it's just like
I
I
don't know
am.
why everyone says that about the first Doctor Strange. I like the first Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it was okay. It was just it was definitely one of the
it was
first
good.
ones that I came out of and was like, that was okay.
It was like middle, like high middle tier for me.
Yeah, when we get to doing our tier,
bottom middle tier for me.
Like Eternals was like mid low tier.
I would
you know,
say
like
that
middle
Eternals
of the
might be
low
the
area.
worst. I would say,
Yeah, for sure.
well, maybe Hulk.
I'd say definitely
low tier.
Definitely Hulk.
Mid low tier. You know.
She had a sick jumpsuit though. Ah, it's true. That's true. I'll agree
Shit,
with
yeah.
that.
She was obviously pregnant during that.
Um,
You could tell in a lot of scenes where you could see her baby bump.
Her, I liked her alternate universe self. I will say, like, she was pretty.
also, we have the part where the one random sorcerer sacrifices herself to destroy that version's Darkhold after Juan specifically told her no. Like how nobody listens to the Sorcerer Supreme Juan. Poor guy.
No one respects him.
He's
That's
like-
also like a thing that it doesn't irk me. Sure, it's like a joke that happened in Far From Home, but like what he was the Sorcerer Supreme in the first one, right? Like when that movie ends, like Stephen Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so are we getting like an arc again where like and the third movie it's gonna be like he got it back. Like, are we pulling like a Far From Home where it's like it takes until the third movie to become what he is?
I think he is the Sorcerer Supreme. I just think he since he's been gone, like he's like, why do I need to step down?
He's only not Sorcerer Supreme out of technicality. Yeah,
like him and Juan are best friends. He doesn't want to take Juan's place. He's like, yo, man, like,
well, that's
like,
why
they both ride on each other, right? They both learn from each other. They're like really friendly rivals. Like Juan knows certain things that Strange doesn't. Juan and vice versa, right? So
Wong
like,
is gonna die.
Very brotherly love.
Like Wong has to die next movie.
Thought Wong was going to have a brain damage. Got knocked out like 4 times.
I know, right?
I thought he straight up was gonna die when they were bringing up the whole Sorcerer Supreme thing again. I was like, he's gonna have to eat it.
I knew he didn't die at all because like I watched the trailer and like there's this one scene in the trailer where he's screaming Strange on the side of the mountain. So I was like, oh, he's not even gonna die. And if he does, it's not gonna be till the very end.
Well, this motherfucker is the Sorcerer Supreme, and he's out having fucking wrestling matches with Abomination. What the fuck is going on?
I was just about to say something about that, but I decided not to.
No, like, because that's some bullshit. What the hell? You got duties, dude. You can't just be fucking fighting.
You got Sorcerer Supreme duties. You can't be out here with a fucking Abomination.
Wanda is out there fucking grabbing people from the multiverse, and you took 9 months to figure that out?
Also, like, oh shit, I had it.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
You fuckers. No, it's not. I'm just joking.
All right, guys.
I'll come back to it.
Let's get to the Illuminati.
Wait.
Illumawhiti?
Are we at that part yet?
Yeah. We were talking about him going through universes.
Then they fight at Karma. We
I thought we were talking about like him meeting Carl, like meeting Mordo, and it was just being like, and he's like, my friend, but not, and I'm gonna drug you with some tea. It's like the oldest trick in the book, and I'll never see it.
Yeah, I would have been like, let's just do some tests on this first. You know?
AJ, you were saying earlier, I think that you said you liked how they subtly brought up the Mordo stuff that happened.
Well, like it sort of just like I don't know how to feel about it, but like how Doctor Strange was sort of like, yeah, Baron Mordo is like my greatest villain. He's like he just starts killing me, like trying to kill me.
Like, are we gonna see that in like the next movie? Like when he's finally like, I'm gonna kill all the sorcerers. Like it's been like a while, buddy. What are you doing?
I think they're just subtly bringing that up that like it just happened. Now he's a villain, you know? Okay. Like,
because yeah, like I agree. Like when I saw that Mordo was in the trailers for this movie, I figured, yeah, like I
thought he was gonna be a big villain, you know?
Big problem guy. Yeah, like he's trying to like stir shit up. Nope, it's just another universe's Mordo that's chill as fuck. Actually, I guess not chill as fuck.
He's the Sorcerer Supreme and part of the Illuminati.
I also do like how there was Ultron bots, and I was like, I guess in this universe they were created by
Reed.
Reed, which because like they're normally in the comics, if I remember correctly, they're usually made by Hank Pym.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Reed. In fact, the MC used the different one for making Tony Stark build Ultron.
I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. Really makes a whole lot of sense, actually. I like the MCU version. Makes more sense.
It does make more sense, but like,
yeah, Reed uses the weird Ultron bots for like his alternate dimension like person he has.
I'm sure Wanda didn't go nuts killing all the Ultron bots. Actually,
well, she kind of
did, but like, I'm shocked she didn't like get like even more pissed.
Yeah, like, oh, that's true. Actually, good point. Because
that would be good to bring up.
He's the like broken leg on the table, right? Like he was the one who started the killings for Wanda.
When Wanda shows up to like fight the Illuminati, she's like bloody as shit, and she was just fighting Ultron bots. I think I asked this already, but like, did they cover that? They have like goo in them.
Like, being shot. You see when their heads like fly out, like the smoke and like blood or something was coming out of it.
Okay, because yeah, like I was just like, how many people did you kill to get here? Like, what the fuck happened?
Also,
she was going fucking crazy, dude.
Speaking of that, before we get to the killing, let's go to like the flashback here for a hot second about 838's heroes and their Doctor Strange.
I was in the bathroom for this part. I'm sorry.
Okay,
so
this is where I left.
One thing I noticed with this too is because like when they have that version's Doctor Strange and Black Bolt's like about to kill him, in that shot, the heroes there are just all the heroes of the Illuminati. So and you could see Thanos' dead body in the background, they won, and I was like, were there heroes? Because like Wanda Darkhold's like Dreamwalk's her version in that universe, but her version of that isn't even in that battle.
I think she was just a nice family mom.
So then, does Vision not die in that one, or did Vision die and she just bailed?
No, but you think there was no Ultron, so there wouldn't have been a Vision.
Oh, that's true. Then who's she ever kids with?
No, but like think about it. It probably would have been like a human equivalent of Vision.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
So then he would just be fine.
Jarvis.
I was actually shocked that they didn't have Vision. Like, I thought for sure at one of the points that like our Wanda was there, that like that Vision would show up and be like, "What the fuck is going on?
What the damn hell is happening?"
But it was just Otto. I was like, really? Those are all those heroes, huh?
I thought that White Vision would show up in this movie. I feel like if Scarlet Witch is in a movie like this, and especially when it ends the way that it does, I think that it could have used some Vision.
I thought White Vision and I thought Strange Supreme was going to be in this movie, but
things just got out of hand.
When we say Strange Supreme, is that What If?
Yeah, that's What If.
I don't think that they would do that kind of thing. Like, because like if they,
because he like in the What If he was stuck in a like a bubble trying to stop.
like that would be the only time I'd be okay with seeing him is if he was like if we went into that bubble with him or some shit.
We also saw the Living Tribunal, guys.
Yeah, for like a hot second. We saw the Kaz Tribunal.
Yeah, when is White Vision coming back? Like, this would be the opportunity. Yeah.
That being said, though, those are the only two characters I was shocked I didn't see in that movie. I did not, like, everyone else, like, on the internet apparently was expecting, like, Avengers 0.5 from, like, the amount of cameos.
They're all expecting Iron Man. Tom Cruise's Iron Man.
That's not even real! Like, it is, but it isn't. Like, the comic book variant, yes, I know it's real, but, like, no one has ever confirmed that Tom Cruise...
Well, the writers wanted Tom Cruise in it. They wanted Iron Man to be a part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, but it's Tom Cruise. That's like wanting like.
I think it would have been. It would have been more.
It's like it's feasible, is what I'm saying.
It would have been more likely for Robert Downey Jr. to come back as Superior Iron Man or something like that than Tom Cruise. I think that would have been. If they were going to do that, I think that made more sense. I remember that came out because people were seeing fucking Captain Marvel in the trailers, and they were like, "That's Superior Iron Man." The whole time I saw that in the trailer, like I didn't know who it was going to be, but I was like, "Well, there's obviously going to be some sort of fucking Captain Marvel person because they're using the same effects." Like, I don't know. People got like really up in arms about what they thought was going to be in the movie in that way, like with like the Illuminati cameos. But I don't know. Like at that point, like you got to take what you get on that front.
Also, honestly, to be honest, like on TikTok especially, so many people out there have their theories, and 9 times out of 10, everybody's theories are fucking wrong, and everyone gets so mad about it.
Unless you're talking about Far From Home, then for some reason, No Way Home. For some reason, that was shockingly accurate.
That one's almost like common knowledge, though, because it's like because of
the theories were so bizarre, like, but they happened. Like the theories were like most of the time people were like, this isn't happening. Like everyone was like, this isn't a real thing. These theories are all wrong. But like then the theories happened, and I was like, that's fucking crazy that they got all this right.
Yeah.
The only person that I maybe thought would have shown up would have been female Thor. And they would have done some multiversal travel thing to get her into our universe, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
I thought that would have maybe happened, but like, because I just don't fucking see how that's going to happen in that next movie. I don't see how that's.
I don't think it's even a multiverse Thor. I think it is actually Jane Foster.
Universe. Yeah.
But how are they going to get Mjolnir back? It's destroyed.
Well, I don't know.
I think she finds the remains of Mjolnir and then like just touching it or something puts it back together.
Yeah, because if you look, it's still all cracked from when Hela cracked it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's all broken and shit.
Like
I think she might just be going to where it was and just like putting it together again and becoming worthy.
That part I accept, but it's just going to feel so weird in that movie alone to just be like, this is happening for her, and yay, she's worthy. And I mean, that's kind of how I felt in the comics too with female Thor. Like, it's just always been like a weird. And it's going to be a thing, of course, because she's the woman, and I'm saying all this, but. I'm sorry. I'm not sexist.
Don't be sexist, damn. What the fuck you talking about?
I'm just saying that her character's a little weird. And like when it was introduced in the comics, I was like, okay.
I can see that because like there's certain characters that it's like obviously they are worthy, but there's others that I'm like really,
Beta Ray Bill
worthy. That's really weird. Oh, don't you dare say shit.
Beta Ray Bill's gonna show up in this movie and then die because he's a god.
I thought that and I don't want to just like because this was my little fan thoughts of Multiverse of Madness. So like I accepted like this. I shouldn't have been so into my headcanon. But like yeah, like it just would have made sense if like we got some Thors in like the after credit scene or something like that, like where it was like Jane Foster Thor, Beta Ray Bill, and he's from like the horse universe or some shit like that.
I think you're just.
He's not a horse. He just looks like
he's an alien horse.
It's like how Rocket's not really a raccoon, but he looks like a raccoon.
Sam,
well, he is a raccoon.
Tread lightly. What did I do? What did I do?
Being sexist.
Oh, okay.
No, it's called the Beta Ray Bill thing.
Oh, tread lightly. I don't want to see that fucking horse in one of these movies.
I just think like people had their own like thoughts about what the movie was going to be, and like they thought that like it was going to go crazy with all this stuff, and when it didn't happen, they were a little butthurt.
Well, that's because like if I'm being honest, like when we look at the MCU's Phase 4 right now, like this is the movie. Like there is no other movie that is like that should almost be at this tier at least. I understand that Quantumania apparently is going to have fucking Kang, but it feels a little weird that like Multiverse of Madness is a stepping stone to the bigger Quantumania that is the Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Just make my boy Ant-Man like that, man.
I don't like. I thought like Spider-Man was pretty. Like I think they're all stepping stones to a bigger finale for this part.
Because Quantumania is the last one to be released out of the lot, so I think that will be the big one. I think so, yeah.
Let's look that up.
I don't think it has a release date yet.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be like I don't think having them all be like the big movie that's just gonna go down. I think like
I'm not saying they shouldn't all be like that. What I'm saying is that the one called Multiverse of Madness, it feels like is the one of this phase, because the other ones are kind of just like nothing movies.
Oh.
Like so the last movie that they have slated is Fantastic Four. Before that, The Marvels, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and then Quantumania. So it's like the fourth last of the phase, I guess. But
wait, so they've confirmed Fantastic? Oh, they have.
Yeah. Yeah. They confirmed that a while ago. I think that was the last D23. I think.
So
yeah, you have to think of how long. Yeah, like think of how long it took to get to like the end of the Thanos saga. Because like all these movies are just stepping stones for the finale.
We're only in part
where
one.
they all fight Kang, or
we have to 5-6 for like the next Endgame.
Yeah, it's got to be a few years still before the next Endgame.
I think they do it every 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, for sure on that front, but I think that this little like they always had mini arcs within each phase still has like a build up to a thing.
I think they're gonna have another Doctor Strange still. I think having this be the big movie where everything goes down, I think is just not fair to the rest of the movies.
Well, but what I'm saying is like that a phase ends with like a big one. Like it ends with a big movie for sure. But like there's always the movie in between that like has the biggest stakes that involve what goes forward, right? Like for example, in phase 2, I would say that was Winter Soldier, where it's like that movie has huge impacts for the whole universe, and it actually even affects the next big tentpole movie in Age of Ultron.
How?
Well, because like I mean, at the very beginning, they're cleaning up the Hydra mess, and the Hydra mess leads to the fact that they have the scepter that creates Ultron.
Yeah, but like that's. Yeah, but that's just for Ultron. I'm talking about like the grand ending.
But that's not that's not what I'm currently talking about. I'm talking about this phase. Like that's the thing. It's like this feels like minor little bits towards.
I feel like this whole. I feel like they're doing away with phases now. I think this whole thing is going to be the next phase.
Yeah.
I
don't think they're doing it with phases. I mean, like they still call them the phase. This is like phase 4 coming out. So. Yeah.
So obviously because if Ant-Man is the final movie in phase 4, then that one will be like the big one because like if it because like it's been years now. The
final one in phase 4 is Fantastic Four, but yeah.
They haven't. It's been years now, and they haven't like done anything like this is phase 5 now. Like every couple of years, they're like the next phase in this saga is coming up, but like we've had so many movies now, and they haven't even had any recollection of like this is the last movie in phase 4.
No, they have been saying that. What do you mean? We're in phase 4.
I just think it's not fair that you're saying this one has to be the big one. I think it could be any movie. You're brushing Ant-Man under the rug, man.
Yeah, I
telling
just
you,
well,
Ant-Man is gonna
I've-
be the big movie.
I'm fine with Ant-Man, but I'm just saying, like, if you're, I just think also fucking feasibly, if you look at like the retention of the people who watch these movies, more people, less people. Okay, like the downfall of the Ant-Man trilogy, right, would be the fact that like no one went to go see the second one that much, and it didn't really do that well critically. And then the third one is this big movie, but no one goes to see it because no one really cares.
I think that's another thing where people are expecting these things now to be stepping stones when they could just be movies by themselves, and that makes people upset in the MCU. Like Doctor Strange could just be a movie by itself. You know, it doesn't have to have a next step. It doesn't have to have a next big thing. You know.
But even as Dan said, like without like there's
I'm just saying
not
it
a lot
doesn't
to it.
have
Like
to.
it doesn't have a lot of rewatchability, is the thing.
I think I'd watch it again. I'd fucking watch that shit.
I
Again.
like the Ant-Mans.
Okay, well we're
Um,
we're not talking about Multiverse of Madness here, but yeah.
Anyway, on topic. So the heroes show up. The heroes in this universe are Mordo takes over for Strange since he's dead. Black Bolt, Peggy Carter, Professor X, playing the 90s X-Men theme, by the way, which
That was
is
good.
awesome.
I like
love
that.
And I know that I'll be the only one in this room who will disagree with this, but you know, John Krasinski, yay! That's Reed Richards.
Everyone is fan casting John Krasinski. Everyone loves that shit.
I just don't like him. There's something about him. I don't know.
I love the guy.
I love
He's
him.
just too cool.
I love him so
too
much.
Cool for you.
I'm into it just on the fact that now, hopefully, and if they don't fucking do this, I'm gonna be so mad now. But like, yeah, like Sue Storm needs to be played by fucking Emily Blunt. Yeah, or is that what it is?
Yeah.
I
thing is
think
as well,
they already
John
cast it for someone
Krasinski
else
for
though.
ages.
They did?
I think so. I think that was a thing that was like 2 days ago. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
It is quite funny though, because John Krasinski for the last like 5 years has been like, I want to play Reed fucking Richards.
Yeah, and at this point, Marvel is just so powerful that like I feel like they can just be like, "You want to play this?" and people will be like, "Yeah," like obviously, because don't want to miss out on making $1 billion fucking dollars.
I think for him it's more than that though, because like I think he just genuinely loves the character. So then when there was like that rumor that they were going to bring the Fantastic Four into the main continuation of the MCU, it was like, oh come on, please, fucking, you've given Ryan Reynolds what he wants, do it for me, please.
Easy fix. Watch The Office.
No.
To be fair, I've not watched The Office, either the English or the American version.
I just think, yeah, like John Krasinski is just a good actor. He's been in a lot of other things other than The Office.
Oh, I'm not denying that he's a good actor. There's something about him, like I don't know, like.
He has he has a very nice vibe to me. Like he seems very nice to cuddle. That's what I like about John Krasinski.
I just love how like
Damn, bro.
in my theater only a singular guy did a very loud gasp when that happened.
Oh really? We went like everyone like cheered and clapped. It was really awkward.
That happened to
My
me.
fucking theater didn't give a fuck about this movie, and it was the funniest shit in the world. Because whenever the Illuminati was revealed, no fucking reception.
For me, it was just like I was like, whoa, like quietly, but then one guy was like,
It would have been, you know, really funny if like the one guy did it for like John Krasinski, but then it was like fucking Black Bolt, and the guy goes like, like just ecstatic that Black Bolt was there. That'd be so funny.
Black Bolt again.
Like
I love. You know what's really bad? I didn't have a fucking clue who Black Bolt was. Like no shit, not like real talk. I was like, who the fuck is this Don? I was just like,
Hilariously enough, like I
they
know
had
more
an
about
Inhuman
Black
show.
Bolt than I do Reed Richards. I actually know quite a decent amount about the Inhumans just from like a bunch of the cartoons that Marvel has that I watched like a couple of years ago.
however, there is one thing I will say that I don't know. I think you guys will see it once I finish it. So, you know how in the comics, Kang is a like very like future descendant of Reed Richards.
Yeah.
I feel like that is why. I agree. I do feel that the reason that they brought in Reed Richards this early on, considering we know that Kang is now very much a thing, that this is like that sort of like slow bleed into like what is potentially going to be the big problem. Like obviously we know Kang's going to be an issue. Let's not sugarcoat it, but the fact that obviously they brought Reed Richards in, we know that he's a future descendant of Reed Richards. It's like, okay, what the fuck is going on now? Like, bruh.
Yeah, well, I saw something where like Kang goes through time to like kill the Avenger or kill Doctor Strange for attacking his descendant. I'm like, or his ancestor. I'm like, I don't think he gives a shit. Like, why would he give a shit about Reed Richards?
Side note, by the way, and this is one thing like I've taken into notice, and like this is wild because like you gotta like really watch the TV shows because like side note, one of our friends was over the other day and she works for 811, and someone phone was like, oh, I got COVID because I was like in a movie theater. She's like, did you go see Doctor Strange? And the guy was like, yeah, I did. I had no idea what was going on though because I've never seen any of the TV shows, and that was wild to me. But you remember at the end of like Loki when like Kane's like, oh yeah, like I stop all these realities from getting too crazy because I just don't want like wars all the time and shit, and it's awful. And then have you noticed that like almost every movie there's something very chaotic going through? Like I guess like in the normal senses, like he wouldn't let, if Kane was still alive, he wouldn't let Wanda like get the Darkhold. He wouldn't let the universes collide and shit. He wouldn't. America Chavez is a thing, like it's weird.
What are you mostly trying to say with that?
I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, have you noticed? Like,
or like
these
the
things are
multiverse
kind of
wouldn't be a crazy thing, or wouldn't be a thing if he was still alive.
Yeah, because like he'd probably hunt down America. He'd probably
kill America Chavez. He'd probably
so that like
stop
shit
all
doesn't
the
happen.
strangers.
Yeah,
He'd probably kill Wanda before she could even do anything crazy like that shit.
yeah. So,
yeah, I agree. But anyway, then the Illuminati gets ribboned and blown up by by Wanda.
oh my god!
Yeah,
so that's like the highlight. I feel like this is the highlight of the movie. Like I left the theater just thinking about this scene for like ever.
We spend
A lot of
the
people
fucking
were upset.
the whole fucking time we're in this place, we spend the whole time criticizing Doctor Strange. You are the problem. You're the fucking gonna end everything. And holy shit, you
Except
suck.
for Professor X, who knows better because it's Professor X.
You suck dick, Doctor Strange. We don't like you. Wait a minute.
Mortal's like, fuck you, Strange. Fuck you.
Wait a minute. We're getting a fucking call that there's a evil witch destroying our people. Let's go out and literally tell her how to beat fucking Black Bolt. Oh my god.
That's because to be fair, in that universe, Scarlet Witch wasn't an issue. So like he didn't know who Scarlet Witch was. He didn't know that she was gonna be such a threat.
I get it, but I just hate the fact that like this movie, like and we're talking about pacing and shit like that, but like that scene to me embodied the fact that we're spending we're doing nothing here, doing literally nothing to get nowhere, and when we could be doing shit. Like I don't know, like it felt like nothing to me, especially after it was all dealt with. I liked the scene. I liked the action. I liked how it went. But afterwards, it just kind of was like, well, it was nothing. Like
it really was just like with those fear factors. Like how like I'm going to compare this to like Rise of Skywalker. Ooh. You know how like the first time you watch Rise of Skywalker. Spoilers alert for Rise of Skywalker, by the way.
Nobody cares.
And like you have the point where like Rey and Kylo are pulling the ship that Chewbacca's in, allegedly, and Rey blows it up, and like she kills Chewie, and like you as the audience go, "Holy fuck! They just killed Chewie. That's awful!" And then later on in the movie, you're like, "Okay, cool. Like Chewbacca's alive. All right." So then every time you watch the movie afterwards, that's like a nothing scene because it's just like it was just for the wow factor. The first time you watch it, the second time you watch it. It's very much That's how I feel like with this scene. Like cool at first and like very shocking, but like when you come down to it, it's almost like I totally agree with you at that point where it's like, well, that didn't really do anything.
It gave us something nice with the violence, with how it pushed.
It gave us the good cameos and it gave us the cool violence that you wouldn't expect in a Marvel movie. But like other than that, it's like
the violence.
Good hope for Blade.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. Like it makes me hope that people stop being like, we need R-rated movies, because I'm like, well, we don't need it to be R-rated. We just can push boundaries of what it is already, because to make it fit. Because like if suddenly in Blade, like people are getting decapitated and blood splurting everywhere, I'd be like, oh, okay, I guess that happened in Daredevil, but like you get what I mean.
Yeah, but Daredevil was also really highly rated. Like it was like a higher rating than these movies.
Guy got decapitated by a car door in that movie, or in that show.
That is the only scene I've seen of that show, and it made me go, I'm not going to watch the show.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Because I watched it, I was visiting my parents, and my brother was watching it on the TV in the living room, and I was in the kitchen, and like me and my mom were like looking over, and we watched that one scene, and we were like, Mom's like, turn it off. I don't want to watch that shit. My mom's very squeamish, so like she was really mad at my brother, but that's yeah.
It reminded me of
this
one,
like,
Driver, where he like liquefies the guy's head.
Yep.
Like the thing too is like this was like very. It's funny. Like this one is almost like I wouldn't say it's like more close to Deadpool. I'd say it closely resembles like the new Suicide Squad movie, but like whereas Suicide Squad's like really funny, this one's very like it was very like just really wow factor. Like they all die in fairly gruesome ways.
Yeah,
some more than others.
Yeah, and
I did like the poetic symmetry a little bit about how Peggy got killed. Like,
oh my god, that one was like, oof.
It was very symmetrical, in fact.
Like you, shut up. You know what I mean, though. Like the one thing that she's known for is what kills her. Is like that's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
If she died, because like this looks like she was still breathing.
I think she's
somehow.
dead, bro.
Mechanical legged Peggy Carter. Let's go.
Yeah,
we're getting
not gonna be that guy.
Hey,
But I
Logan
think
could do
she's
it.
dead.
Yeah.
Black Bolt though, like I just love that it like it was like I like
What
how he
mouth?
screamed. If he didn't scream, he would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah, dumbass. What the fuck were you thinking?
I love
It was
the
probably the
meme
fear
that I
factor, though.
sent
Oh
you,
my God,
Sam,
where the
about
fuck's
Reed
my mouth?
Richards being the smartest man alive. How he like straight up is like, yeah, so he can kill you with his voice the second he opens his mouth. It's like, why would you tell arguably the most
Also-
powerful fucking magic wielder in existence? Yeah, this guy can kill you if he opens his mouth, and
It's
it's
because
like
they don't know that she's the most powerful. They were just told that she is, but they never had.
They don't even
experience
believe
with it.
Strange. They think Strange is a dumbass.
I would have
They
been.
thought he was just a liar. He's the worst thing to happen in the multiverse.
Yeah, they had. Fuck these people.
Also, like with Reed Richards, I was like, "What are you gonna do to her? Stretch?"
Yeah, really, dude.
Yeah.
What is your game plan? She's going to turn
Dude,
you into
Reed
ramen
Richards is
fucking
smart,
noodles.
because his power is a shit power. He's got one of the shittiest powers I've ever seen.
He's got a nice power. It's just the problem
I
is
like
that
his
when you put
His
Marvel
power, big
characters, when you put Marvel characters against certain characters in certain situations, it's always going to come up like that. We're watching Spider-Man from his point of view, and he's going to be able to beat Doctor Strange because he's got geometry on his side or whatever the fuck. But I don't know. Like that's the kind of thing with these things, right? Because if we were watching the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards would whip out some shit that we'd be like, "Oh wow, he's fucking powerful."
Yeah.
the other thing to remember as well is obviously like, yeah, all right, he's super stretchy, but one of his biggest like powers is the fact that he's supposedly the smartest man.
Well, that's why he's the smartest one, because his power sucks.
Yeah, that's
he's
what I
the
mean.
smartest in the universe, like he's just the smartest man in general. Like he's big brain is his power.
This guy, he's gonna
I like
annoy
how
the
he was
shit
really
out of me in
good.
these movies.
I would have
Yeah,
loved to
one
have
had
seen
a
a
great
Stark
line,
and
by the
thingy,
way.
like intellect, like battle. That would have been dope.
Stark?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stark and what's his
Wouldn't have been
face?
Wouldn't have been a battle.
Yeah, it would have been because he would have just been
It-
wrapped up.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a battle because Reed Richards is just so much smarter than he is.
One also had one of the best lines though before she killed Reed Richards though.
What'd she say?
She was like, do you have? She's like, I have kids and a wife, and she's like, I have kids. She's like, oh, do they have a mother? And he's like, yeah. And then she's like, okay, good. At least someone will be able to take care of them when you're dead. Like, holy
Yeah,
fuck!
that
Rest in
was
peace,
dope.
bro.
Yeah, and then she proceeded
And
to
then she
just
ribboned him
wipe the floor with all of them. Like, holy crap!
I like how Peggy actually lasted quite a lot longer than you'd think.
I think she should have lasted the longest. I think she should have been the last one to go. I think it would
Also,
have
like
been.
the Captain Marvel one, like I know that it's like not our Captain Marvel, it's the Maria Rambeau, but like it seemed really weird because like we know how like how Marvel has portrayed Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, for like the last 5 years now, that she is one of the most powerful characters, and like putting her against Wanda, obviously like it's two powerhouses, but the fact that she really like it was almost like Mace Windu and the other three Jedi versus like Darth Sidious, like they go down so fast, and the other one lasts for like she was like Kit Fisto. She lasted for like 10 seconds longer than everybody else.
Yeah,
but really that was like amounted to nothing. Eh? Like it was so weird that like it was like, oh, The Rock killed her. I was like, I feel like they could have killed her in a more impressive way.
Because like during the fight, I think Wanda was sapping her power.
Yeah, like she was
really
like yeah, because like that's why the suit was disappearing off of her, because she was literally taking away like the Tesseract's like energy or whatever that was inside of her.
Oh, I thought the opposite. I thought she was like blowing the suit away. Oh, I have to rewatch this movie to be honest. So,
yeah, because like by the end of the fight, she's just not glowing anymore at all.
Yeah, people that were like mad that she got crushed, I was like, well, because she's a human. She's normal now.
She's just a guy. Like,
yeah, and then I think if they had ended it like bam there, and then Peggy Carter was still fighting her for a little bit longer, I think that would have been a better like ending, honestly, to that fight.
Why? Not Peggy Carter.
I'm also shocked that Peggy wasn't like
Peggy Carter's a strong person. Like
she's great.
Like all the other ones had like Black Bolt had fucking super voice that could rip apart planets.
Because in these
Captain Marvel has the power of an Infinity Stone. Why would Captain Marvel, who's just a strong person, outlast any of them?
Well, because like in these things, usually it's Captain America who's the last man standing in all these fights.
It's more the spirit, not the power.
Yeah, like they against Thanos, it was literally like Captain America was the last guy like holding him back just by like literally pushing him back, and Thanos even gave him a look of like, well, wow, you're actually fucking doing this.
I think it's more of a look like
the comic, didn't they?
I think it's more of a look of like Thanos is just like, why are you even trying? Like,
well, because like like you're saying, Dan, like
it's
in the
more of a look.
It's a nod to the comic, because in the comic he's literally like he has just got like a broken shield and it's like his entire arm, and he's like, as long as one man stands against you, you will not win. And that's like, it was just a slight nod, but at that point, because he'd also like picked up Mjolnir, it was like he is actually more powerful than people give credit to. Like he is actually a powerhouse.
Yeah,
that makes sense too. Like I also watched the scene where it's like Winter Soldier, where like Bucky throws the shield back at Cap, and Cap catches it, and it's like, oh, if Peggy was just fast enough, she could have survived a little bit longer.
Well, I think it's just also basically the fact that she shot it back with such force that it wouldn't have mattered at that point.
Also, I kind of give her a jetpack. Nice touch that the what if Peggy didn't have.
Yeah, that was cute.
It's very interesting. And then like, okay, this one made me sad, even though it's like the less gruesome out of any of them. I think it's just for the fact that it was just Patrick Stewart, and like
that was
just
so
an old man. I just love that guy. It was just like, it was so cool for him to go in the world of like into her mind. And like all the white and like the rubble, it was really cool.
It very much reminded me of Legion for sure.
And then like the fucking wave. Like I actually had no idea what to expect. I just liked how he was like, oh fuck, but like I had no idea what was gonna come out of that cloud. And it was just like broken neck, and then it was like, oh, I guess if you die in your mind, then you die for real. I guess.
I mean, it makes sense. I would say
the same as being brain dead, isn't it? Like, if the brain dies, you can't function. So in that sense, like because it's telepathy. It is power of the mind. So they've severed the connection of mind to body, so you would die. Like, you would instantly die.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, I thought it made sense. It was just so sudden that Professor X was just, like, outed of this movie. I was like, oh, okay. Bye.
I was a little sad. It wasn't for the fact that like the character, was the fact that it was like, oh, man, seeing, like, Patrick Stewart dead is just very sad.
Yeah. Looking at you, Logan. Looking at you. We already had to deal with that shit.
Doesn't he also die in like the X-Men?
Oh, he does.
Like Jennifer Lawrence X-Men.
No, he dies in X-Men 3. He dies in Logan. Now he dies in Multiverse of Madness.
Huh. He also dies in the Jennifer Lawrence one.
And next,
no, he doesn't.
He's gonna die in real life,
doesn't he?
No.
I thought he dies in the one where like it's like the
Sentinel stuff.
The one where like it's the Jennifer Lawrence and the
Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past. That was a good fucking film.
That was a good one.
That was the best one. That was the best one of the three.
He does
this
a lot.
This is our universe, guys.
And then you have like one of the best scenes in the movie where like Wanda's chasing them.
Yeah.
See, now,
I like that.
hear me out. So, if we know full well John Krasinski is obviously going to be playing Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four film. That's
We
pretty
hope,
self-explanatory.
I hope to God, man. Like,
'Cause
if they did that and then just take that away from us, I'm gonna fucking riot.
They cast
obviously,
some
we
other
know
guy.
Haley Atwell playing Captain Carter makes sense. She plays Peggy Carter, and she plays She also does the voice in What If as well, so that makes total sense. Then to me, the other flip side to that would be then, what does that mean for Patty Stew? Because obviously the X-Men are coming in. That was the link, but are they going to recast him now that he's been in it?
I think they might recast him as like a younger Professor X. So they might recast him as someone else. This might just be like an older version of him.
I just think that you can look different. You can look different in the multiverse and shit. Like you can be a different person. Like they only show that with like the Spider-Man. Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like I just think it'll just
Spider-Man
be a different
and
thing.
Loki. And Loki can be like a bajillion. Like, yeah.
I think that you
Also,
can
you gotta
just
remember
be
in this universe, they go on red instead of green, and have pizza balls.
Dumb.
That certainly was a thing.
No one goes on
The
fucking
slowest
red.
car in
What
existence.
universe?
Well, a universe where red is good and green is bad.
Nah, never.
And that's why they thought Wanda wouldn't kill them.
I won't have it.
In all the multiverse, that's not possible.
That is just inconceivable. I don't know, like on that, I didn't really care about that. That didn't really like affect me or whatever. But like, it would have been cool if that had come into the plot as like some kind of Chekhov's gun of like, oh, in this universe, we're gonna kill someone because they don't know that is. I don't know.
It did though.
Oh,
It did though because Wanda was wearing red, so they were like, "Oh, she's good.
Fuck
She
off.
needs go."
Fuck off. For a second, I was like, wait a minute, did they actually get Wanda with that trick? Like, did she walk into the fucking street at one point and I missed that? Like that's my thing with those kind of things in the movie. It's just like
her chasing them was scary as fuck. Let's get back on track. We still got a lot to get through for this movie.
I mean, do we?
Yeah.
I mean, we do. We have the Doctor Strange, like the evil Strange, and then we have like the zombie Strange.
Yeah, we in the Wikipedia we're only halfway through this movie.
Jesus Christ.
So let's go on to the scary evil Doctor Strange. I liked it. I liked the music battle that they had.
Oh my god, it was so good, so underrated. I could tell that a lot of people are gonna hate it, but I loved it.
I thought it was clever. Yeah.
I thought it was cool, but like my thing is that in my theater, I don't know what the fuck must have been going on because like there was no impact. Like when you guys are talking about like this music scene, I didn't really even hear anything. Like it felt like it got really quiet. Like I don't know, like
it Also, I loved it because I bet you it was just Danny Elfman just being like, "Yo, can I just play some sick guitar riffs?"
Yeah, because like now, like for Evil Strange is just a fucking sick guitar riff every time he appears. Like,
yeah, see, like fuck, I wish I had heard that. I don't think that the fucking audio in the theater was working because that shit.
You missed out, man. That was a really good scene.
Yeah, like,
yeah, it was super
silent
good.
and pure shredding for like 30 seconds while Strange walks down the stairs.
And then like he says like the one tiny musical note.
And it just like explodes the whole thing.
And then it's like, oh, another gruesome death where he gets impaled, like the I'm a Werewolf show from all those years ago.
What?
What? Oh, he falls on the fence. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, AJ knows.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
It's such an obscure reference. I can't remember the name of the show. It's something with like a boy is a werewolf kind of thing.
Teen Wolf?
Teen Wolf, that's the one.
I didn't even watch that show, and I was able to deduce that.
It's the one episode I saw. It was like somebody got impaled on a wooden fence like that.
But then then Strange uses the Darkhold in order to transfer to dream walk his way back into his reality by going into the dead Strange's body, which I thought was a fucking great scene where like
also like
all the fucking ghosts start coming after him. Like
yeah.
They're fucking use that shit. And he's like, oh right, yeah.
Also, I like how they got Rachel McAdams to use the item that in the first Doctor Strange when he was fighting Mads Mikkelsen, and he's like, "You don't know how to use that, do you?" And then
I didn't even notice that.
And then she like actually knows how to use it and started blasting the ghosts.
That is cool as shit. I like that. That's actually cool little connective tissue to the first movie.
Oh yeah, the fucking jar thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only reason I know that is because I watched the movie, the first one prior, and I would have never remembered that.
What was it called? It was like the jar of something ashes or something like that?
Something like that.
I just liked in general too, like the scene where Zombie Strange was like pulling all the evil spirits to him and like mastering that.
Wings.
Like that was really fucking cool.
It was also like one thing I liked about the Zombie Strange is it was really hokey and comedic, but also terrifying in the same way. Like it was such a nice blend.
If I tell you what, if Sam Raimi didn't fucking direct this movie, it would have sucked even worse. Like because no one would have been able to do that like he did.
No, for sure.
Like that whole segment, actually, like anything dark would not have nailed as much if it wasn't him.
Yeah,
it was so good.
I liked it. And then it ends with, like the final battle. Like they, of course, obviously make her realize, like, hey, Scarlet Witch, you're kind of fucking evil.
also, he drops the greatest line in movie history. He goes, "You're gonna have to do more than kill me to kill me this time."
But yeah,
I don't even really remember like the whole like fight. Like, how did that even go down?
Juan stabbed that one guy, that one like beast through the face with his only means of getting up.
True.
And then also
Strange comes flying in on some demons.
Oh, we forgot to talk about how they destroyed the Darkhold and Juan had to like show Wanda the like temple.
Oh, like the real place where it was all inscribed or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also, and like beside Wanda was Wiccan. Like beside the statue of Wanda was the statue of Wiccan.
Fucking what?
Ooh.
See, like that's the shit that I wish I had actually noticed or whatever. Because like I was like the whole time I was like, why doesn't Wiccan show up in this movie like near the end and be like, look, bitch, like I'm in another universe and I'm just like you and almost as powerful. Like chill the hell out. Like that would have been cool if her fucking son was like, fuck off.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I did not notice that.
Yeah, the fight goes down. They're like Strange getting the shit kicked out of him, but then he's able to hold her for a little bit, and he goes. One's like, we gotta kill her, and she's like, okay, I accept it. And then Strange is like, nah, you can kick her ass.
Yeah, you can punch her to the dimension that she needs to go to, and then she'll fucking get even more traumatized.
Well, imagine being punched with the force of 1,000 multiverses.
And yet it doesn't really phase her that much.
It does.
Yeah, it
no,
does.
because she keeps punching her, and then she goes like, she's like, I am so much stronger than you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I think
it was only like one at that point, but like it was still pretty cool. I like all the star shapes that America makes.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, like the America character, like she's fun, yeah, but it's just another one of those examples of them like super changing the comic books to fit to the movie narrative. To like, this is probably like one of the crazier ones actually, if I think back on it properly, but. Like, she doesn't have any powers nearly like that in the comic. She's just like a strong woman.
Yeah.
But they were like multiverse punches.
They wanted to make her a stronger, independent character. Like, oh my god.
Let me look up what her powers actually are in the comics.
I'm looking it up right now.
But then she punches her to like the dimension where...
Alright, power. Self-propelled flight, superhuman speed, superhuman strength, invulnerability, star portal creation.
Oh, okay.
Interdimensional travel and time travel.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing in Young Avengers then?
You're being racist and sexist now.
What the fuck are they doing in Young Avengers then, man? Like all of their problems could have been solved if America just punched a fucking wall.
what if they'll kill her in the next movie? They'll kill her in Ant-Man.
I thought it was cool looking, but I just was like, eh.
Also, when she punches Wanda into the universe where they just were, wouldn't that Wanda be absolutely fucking pissed?
I thought,
I actually
thought
control my body. I slaughtered a bunch of people, that were innocent, and you fucking freaked the fuck out of my kids.
I genuinely thought for a second, that like that Scarlet Witch was gonna kill our Scarlet Witch.
I thought so too.
And just like when she held her face, I thought she was gonna evaporate her.
What did she say, by the way? Because I actually did not hear what she said.
I think that was the same Scarlet Witch, like that she took over.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, how did like wouldn't that Scarlet Witch technically want to fucking like wring her neck because she just slaughtered a bunch of innocent people and she controlled her?
Hey,
and
she's
did all
already
these
got enough
terrible things with
trauma.
her?
She could handle some more.
But she doesn't have trauma because she didn't deal with Ultron, so nothing's happened with her.
We don't know that she doesn't have trauma.
Hey,
yeah, but we don't know that he also doesn't.
Oh, Billy and Tommy's ice cream song though. Fuck that song. That's my least favorite part of this movie.
It was cute. I was like, I felt it for her.
I thought it was funny.
Quick question for WandaVision again. What was a Nexus being? Like, what did we establish that means?
A
Nexus being means that, well, in the comics it means that they're the same across the universe or multiverse. But in this one it means that she's like that she is what did it mean?
Isn't it changing the timeline?
Was that what that was setting up still for Loki? Like that was just talking about a Loki thing?
I think that was partially talking about the Loki situation, yeah.
A rare individual entities with the ability to affect probability and thus the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, basically changing the timeline.
Never mind.
I don't think they ever said she's a Nexus being. I think they just have Nexus times for like for the TVA.
Well, but they in one of the commercials they brought up the whole Nexus thing, so I just assumed that was like attached to her.
Yeah, because isn't like Nexus being like the thing that causes like a rift?
Yeah,
like
a Nexus event is what the TVA get called out to basically fix before it becomes a problem.
Yeah, but that's a Nexus event, but she's a Nexus being is what I think we established as the thing.
I mean, that's pretty dope.
I think it's just someone who could manipulate reality.
All right.
Anyway, at the end of that, she goes, "Wow, I am a monster, so now I'm going to fix everything. And by fix everything, I'm just going to destroy all the Darkholds. I probably could bring all these people back to life, but I'm not going to."
Yeah, and then they're gonna send me to hell or something.
Probably. I mean, strange.
Well, they like sent her to like some fucking lava. Where did they send her? Like some fireplace.
What do you mean?
What like because like when she like America like pushed her into another portal and then it closed and she was like sent to like some hell place and just trapped there.
Oh, I thought the last time we saw her. I thought the last time we saw her was when she was crumbling the tower down on top of herself.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you might be right about that. What was the?
Because she was going to send her to a lava place and then didn't.
No, I might just be confusing the two then.
Because that was my confusion about the end of the movie too a little bit. Is the implication?
She's definitely not dead.
Okay. Because like if the implication is that she's dead there, I would be fucking pissed.
Yeah, for sure.
They're not going to kill Wanda like that, especially with like White Vision still out there.
Exactly. Like I'd be like, that's a fucking loose plot thread. That like
they're going to bring her back from another universe.
Well, also because like after she breaks the temple, then it cuts to Doctor Strange and he's like, oh, she's destroying all of the Darkholds.
What was the implication there, by the way? How'd they know that again?
Because like his Darkhold got destroyed in his universe.
Yeah, so I guess he just assumed.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. Because like they were. Then he goes back to Rachel McAdams and shit. Yeah, okay.
And then he's like, "I love you."
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know.
Weird.
I don't know if we care.
I don't think that was really warranted.
The whole Rachel McAdams thing to me just is not downfall, but like it's just a big fucking like we don't need this because like not every movie needs a love thing.
What's it gonna mean? Like that's not the same Rachel McAdams. Like the other one is already married. She's not gonna love you in that universe. What are you gonna do here? Like
what are we doing? What is this setting up?
He's just gonna go like, "Hey America, can you send me to my girlfriend's universe, please?"
Yeah. Can you bring a single Rachel McAdams to my house, please?
America becomes a trainee at the Carmitage.
I like that.
That was fun with Rintra.
Yeah, I was okay with it. It reminded me of like I think they do that with a lot of side characters in these movies. They like are like we have this organization now. You go and train in it, and hopefully it amounts. hopefully it amounts to something later, but I don't know.
I think she's just trying to use that to find a way to like more control her power.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think she's actually going to be like a sort. I mean, I guess she.
I don't. I hope not. I really hope not. Just do your thing. Be America. Don't be like Sorcerer America Chavez. I'd be like.
I thought for sure they were going to make a joke about her name.
Why?
Like,
I mean, like,
Wong
I think they did, didn't they?
Well, no, because like Wong was like, Miss Chavez, and I swear to God, I thought Doctor Strange was going to be like, your name's America.
I swear someone
America.
said that, didn't they?
I don't remember anyone making a joke about her name.
Now I have
Also,
to rewatch
like,
this fucking movie.
Yeah.
God damn
I
it.
mean, we got Doctor Strange
come out and be
getting
like,
all
okay,
nice
that was
and
actually
pretty,
pretty
and then he gets a third eye.
Well, I don't doubt
Yeah.
that actually. Like, but before we jump to that, AJ, or sorry, Connor, but like, I don't doubt that. I think that after a long time, this movie will probably sit better with me. Like, it reminds me a lot of when Iron Man 3 came out, right after Avengers came out. So the buildup was crazy. It was like, that was the greatest fucking movie. What is Iron Man 3 gonna do? And then Iron Man 3 does like fucking nothing. Like, they really do shit all in that movie.
In
Destroy all
fact,
my
that's one of the
suits,
most profitable Marvel movies.
Yeah. And to me, just I remember coming out of the movie and feeling disappointed. But now, like, looking back on that movie, I think it's fine. Like, I think it's just like it's a fun movie. And I'll probably feel the same way with this movie.
Gwyneth Paltrow, I hate her.
Yeah, she does not help
Gwyneth
those movies.
Paltrow sours my taste of that movie.
Yeah, like when they were like, we're gonna make her the fucking what is her version of Iron Man called? Rescue. Yeah, we're gonna make her fucking Rescue, and I was like, I don't really care. Like, we don't need that in this. Like,
she looks like she will smell weird.
She released a really weird candle, and I don't know if I've ever recovered from that.
Her product is called Goop. So
that's her company. That's not her product. That's her company.
That's her company.
Her product is basically her nether regions.
Yeah, her vagina smelled candle.
Oh yeah, do you want the egg? Yeah, the vagina eggs.
She has a lot weirder products than just her candle.
Why does this candle smell like fish?
And she always talks about how good her vagina smells. I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Dude, if anyone is talking to you about that kind of thing, fucking cut them out of your life. Like, just get out of here. I don't need any of that.
That's why like every maybe I shouldn't say. I was gonna say like every female comedian who always talks about their vagina. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, it becomes one of those, like, not to jump on a whole new topic, but I mean, like, if you have a very specific set that is gonna only pander to like one type of person, like
me crossing my legs right now. The fuck this?
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, like, yeah. Anyway, let's get off that for now.
Yeah,
that'll be another podcast thing. Talk about female comedians.
Also, we didn't say about America Chavez, the most controversial thing in Egypt for this movie. America Chavez's parents.
I fucking knew that was gonna be a fucking thing. I
think we didn't bring it up because I don't think it should like. She had two moms. Like,
it's awesome.
I think we glossed over it because it's just such a normal thing now.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. But the fact that fucking I saw that part of that movie and I knew I was like, fucking so many people are gonna latch onto this shot right here and just hate this movie.
Like, and I was like, why? Like, it's like people are dumb.
Like, I hate the fact that like people complain about shit like that. But it's like, are you just fucking blinders to?
Yes. I don't want to be that person, but it's not Disney's first openly gay character. In Star Wars,
joke.
In Star Wars, we have those two characters that kiss at the end of the Battle of Exegol.
Technically, LeFou and Gaston are gay.
Is Gaston gay? I thought just LeFou was gay.
It's Disney's first openly gay. They've been saying this is their first openly gay character for like 20 years. Anyway, off topic. Getting back on topic. The third. Can we talk about the third eye? Sam, I know you've been rearing to talk about
I don't know. I don't think I've been rearing to talk, but I remember coming out of the fucking or being on the internet before I saw the movie and seeing someone jokingly say something like, "Yeah," and then like Doctor Strange gets his third eye at the end of the movie, and I was like, that would be so fucking stupid if that happened. And then the final shot was that. I was like, that was not a joke. The way it was done was okay. I don't know. It was very, again, Sam Raimi, so it helped.
Before I saw the movie, on TikTok, I saw a spoiler of like Black Bolt and Reed Richards killing Doctor Strange.
I had a
saw that on TikTok.
I had a spoiler that John Krasinski in a Fantastic Four outfit was standing there, and I texted Connor saying, "Is John Krasinski in this fucking movie? Don't lie to me." And he said he wasn't. So I was like, okay, he's probably not screen.
He told me that too.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
I said, fucking tell me. Then I come into the movie and I'm like, that's not gonna happen. And then I see this.
Tess has a good point here. The eye was also the worst fucking CG. Like, it just looked like a picture of an eye. Like,
I think at that point I was clocked out. I think I literally was like, "Yep, I don't care."
It looked bad. The eye just appearing on his head. It did just look like a weirdly. It looked like really low res for an eye. Too,
well, actually,
on his head.
like for me, what would have been such a fucking funny way to film that, like how you say it looked like a picture. Imagine if they did just do like a jump cut to like a plastered on eyeball. Like picture to his fucking head,
like 80s,
and then
sticking an eye.
Yeah, and then it jumps to like the credits. I think that would have been a fucking artistic way to end that movie. Honestly, that would have been better than what we got.
Yeah, for sure.
The eye just looks like it does not fit. It's weird.
And then we got 2 after credit scenes. The
first one being Yes Plays.
The first one was nice, just solely on the fact that like it was like Charlize Theron's in these movies now. Cool. I'm excited.
Love Charlize Theron.
Yeah,
I do too.
She's
Charlize Theron is
fucking fantastic.
Fine wine.
Although I will say, this is my worry. It's kind of like a Rachel McAdams situation again. I really hope they don't fucking waste her. Like her
I don't
being.
think they will.
I hope they don't either. You're right.
Like her being like the Doctor Strange love interest kind of thing. Like, does that mean that she won't show up in like
fucking wife?
Yeah,
this is his wife in the comics.
But like,
she's also a sorcerer supreme of a different dimension.
Of the dark dimension, yeah.
Yeah.
Which that's when you pointed that out before, AJ. That's the other problem though that I had. Not problem, but like she doesn't open up. You were saying that she opens up gateways through the multiverse or whatever, but she's just opening up a dimension door to the dark dimension.
Well, okay, yeah. I guess now knowing like she's the sorcerer supreme of the dark dimension, I could see her just opening to the dark dimension, but.
Because that was my big question going from the first movie to this movie too, is like if they've been consistent with how they've worded things. And I like watching scenes from the first movie, they were definitely saying dimension a lot, and I was like, okay, cool. Like we're not crossing streams here with like realities and dimensions and shit like that. Like I think before any multiversal stuff, Doctor Strange is just dealing in dimensions mostly.
Yeah.
But so, like, that was cool. Like, I was fine with that. It's just, like, I hope it matters going forward is my thing. Like, let's see.
I'm sure it will not. I'm really. Sure I hope it will.
Like, Charlize Theron could show up in some other fucking movies, too. It doesn't just have to be, like, Doctor Strange 3. Like, please.
Yeah. Also, the best after credit scene that I know everyone is so happy about.
Everyone loves that.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. When I was working at the theater, the last Marvel movie I had to work for, like that was out, was what's the first Spider-Man called?
Homecoming. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Remember Homecoming? And the end credit for that is the Captain America was like, "You waited for like nothing." And let me tell you, the amount of people I'd have to deal with every night who were fucking pissed at us, who have no control over this about that end credit scene. I can tell you, it was not.
I don't know, guys, but like
good.
the fucking Hawkeye one takes the cake for me.
That when you're not in the theater. When you're in the theater and people come up to you and are fucking pissed at you because of the end credit.
To me, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, you should not be getting mad at the people at the theater for a movie thing. It's not in their control at all. But I don't see really being mad in the first place either. I see being like, I can see the reaction of like, aw. Like that,
they sat through an entire thing just for that.
Like, that's the only reaction you could have that would make sense to you, because it's like, you chose to do that. Like, you've made that
was
choice.
Your decision.
If it sucks, it sucks. But this one was at least funny. Like, that's my thing, is it's like, if they can be really funny...
Hey, it's Bruce Campbell. I would take any chance to look at Bruce Campbell a little bit more, okay?
Bruce Campbell shouting at the camera, "It's over!" I love that. Like, that's really fucking good. Would I like something more intense? Yeah, but I mean, I'll take these ones too. Like, it's chill.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Also,
He said something else too, though. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, Connor. I'll let you go. Yeah.
I forgot. What are the things that Wanda had? The 4 like giant creatures.
Big
That
abominations.
Yeah. Like what were they? They were just so random, and clearly they're very easy to kill because one killed one in one shot.
Stone Golem? Oh no.
I just
Anyway,
wanted to bring up something that I noticed that I actually really liked in this movie. I think it happened twice, but people looked into the camera. Did you guys notice that?
Oh yeah, Wanda
did
does
it really well.
Wanda
Wanda-
does it when she's chasing them.
Like, Wanda did it when she was like at her house, I think, and she just possessed like the other Wanda, and she like looked at the camera for a second. It was like, oh whoa, because it felt like that moment she was literally breaking the universe to look at us and be like, I can see you.
Yeah,
And then I think Professor X did
Really
it.
cool.
I think he turned to the camera when he was in Wanda's mind.
yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I liked that a lot. Like, it just, again, it felt
was
very
really
Legion like. Like, it was like we're super self aware.
When Wanda looked at it, it actually like scared me. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
There were
creepy.
parts of this movie that were genuinely scary. Like the gory parts, yeah, that was just like fear factor, like gory. But like there were some parts, especially like whenever Wanda is chasing them, or even the mirror part, it is scary to watch.
Like, they actually have some really good scares in this.
It's almost like how in like No Way Home, like when Willem Dafoe's just being the shit out of Spider-Man, both at the end and in the hallway scene. It's scary.
Like,
to
he
fucking
was
see
going
them go.
crazy,
Like,
dude. Like, that was
he's
so good.
Crazy.
I love
to
that.
watch
I love
those
that
people
part
work.
where it just crashing Peter through like floors.
Or, like,
looking
Yeah, that was the
Ooh.
most intense we've ever seen the Green Goblin fight. Like, he has never been that brutal, and he literally
like-
took fucking Spider-Man through like 30 floors.
Or like when they're on the on the giant shield and his blade comes out and he starts whistling and he's just like a fucking psychopath. I was like, holy crap, that is a scary fucking character.
They really let
yeah.
it go.
The Willem Dafoe thing, though, like, I love the fact, like you say, like, he's just so intense with it. Like, everything he did himself as well. Like, he was like, I want to do all the stunts. And they were like, you're nearly 70 years old, my man. And he's like, I want to do it all.
What a champ.
Right?
Anyway, any last remarks for this?
I still stand
Movie
by
was
it. 8 out of 10.
okay.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I
and
still
think,
stand by the 8 out of
I think
10.
I also
Like,
agree
it's
with
not-
Sam.
I agree with Sam on some things. I will say.
Well, I
Like,
agree
they
with
could've gone through more
I agree with
universes.
all of you for sure, in like in a bunch of regards. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
I mean,
I'm gonna stand by
I
my
think
8
I'll
out
like
of
it
10.
even more later on.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
give it a year or two, and I'll probably be like, yeah, this is a good movie.
Yeah,
But,
I
like,
feel like in hindsight, it'd be a good one.
Right off the gate, like it feels like, and I'll fully admit that I went into the movie with like a little too much like expectation, like not like some people like where they were like, oh, all these people are gonna fucking show up. Oh my god! And if Tom Cruise doesn't show up, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. But I was like, I maybe thought there were gonna be a little bit more multiverses and stuff than doable. So
Yeah.
I did see like a post after the thing came out that people were saying like they gave a bunch of different examples of different Stranges in a sense that we could have seen, like an older one, a female Strange, like a what was the other one that they were talking about?
Saw a
I mean,
fucking
technically, we only
post
got 3. But not counting ours, we technically only got 3. We got Defender Strange, who became Zombie Strange at one point. You got the Evil Strange, and
And then he got Strange.
the
Supreme,
Strange
I
who
think.
died in 838.
I think they called that Superior Strange.
Did they call it
Yeah.
that really? I thought it
Yeah.
would have been so cool to have like a cool like if they were gonna do superior Iron Man shit, I would be so like, yo, throw in fucking Spider-Man for like 1 second too or something like that. Like imply that it's Otto Octavius. I don't know, like just do something.
I'm actually like I'm shocked that like I also kind of like figure that like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man show up just because it is Sam Raimi, and since Sam Raimi like has
Yeah,
that connection to
and
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
I think he even
just
said
for
that.
reason.
Yeah, I think he even said that like, if he did a movie with any of the other Spider-Mans, that Tobey Maguire would have choked him. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that would have been a cool scene though. Like in all honesty, if when they were flying through the scene, if at one point you saw 2000s Sam Raimi Spider-Man being like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. That's what I thought was gonna be like. I knew that they were gonna like show up, but I thought they were gonna like make a cameo or something. So, but still really liked it. It's definitely one of the like. I think this one and No Way Home are probably some of my favorites out of Phase 4.
yeah,
Oh, I love fucking No Way Home. Yeah, like No Way Home is
good film.
really good. And then next we got Thor: Love and Thunder. So I mean, like that, I am
Super
fucking
stoked.
super
I feel like
excited.
that one's gonna be even better than this one, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
also because like I'm biased. I love Taika Waititi and
I did.
love
Really looking
Thor.
forward to it.
If I get my Beta Ray Bill, I'll pull a Cad Bane moment like Book of Boba Fett, where I'll just be like, I don't even care if it's garbage. I got Beta Ray Bill.
I hope. I honestly am just gonna pull back and say I hope he shows up, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm setting my expectations low on that front.
That's what I did with this movie. I think that's why it came out so well.
Like that, I'm trying. Like after just getting super excited for a second there about Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm like, I gotta pull back because like maybe this movie's gonna do something to me again.
All right, guys. I don't know about you, but I really need to go to the bathroom. You guys can continue, but I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up, man.
Okay.
I mean, I'd still probably say like 6.5, 7-ish. Like, and that's not even like a bad thing necessarily, because like I would genuinely say our rating scale for me at least goes for like 5 is an average movie. So like that's not bad.
It's still a decent film. It's just not like fuck. This is insane. You know, like there's just a small difference.
It's
Yeah,
not
so,
like a
like-
Guardians 2 where it's like I can rewatch that movie like every week.
Do you know how many people fucking apparently hate Guardians 2?
I know, right? It's very weird.
It's very
I like
strange
it.
to me. Like I fucking love that movie. It probably is still
I
in
feel
my
like it's
top
better
5.
than the first one.
Yeah, it's still in my top 5 probably, I would say, of all MCU movies.
So I don't know. People just love to hate.
People be crazy. I don't know what
It's
people
true.
really wanted out of that movie per se, right? Because Multiverse of Madness, the implication there is like there's so much, but like with Guardians 2, it's like, well, we're just hanging out with cool people. Like, what are we
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
just like yeah.
These are just
The only
vibe
thing, like,
movies.
number 3 is the only one that like kind of I feel like everyone's like excited for because like we kind of have a vague idea what it is.
Do we?
But,
I mean, I
like,
guess we
other
do.
than
We
that,
know
like-
that Adam Warlock is going to show
Yeah,
up.
Adam
we know,
Warlock.
and we know that there's going to be Rocket's like otter girlfriend in it, so that'll be fun.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
I think they even casted her. I mean, I might be wrong about that, but I swear they casted her.
Really
That's
interesting.
dope. That's dope as fuck.
All right, we only have right now
Wow.
hope for tabletop RPGs streaming. I'll check into how long they've been going. Only 45 minutes, so that should be chill. Let me just pump that into the raid. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for coming out and watching us talk about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It was a fun time, and we will be back in a couple weeks after this to talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out on the 27th. That is
so
literally fucking
stoked.
next week, people.
Oh my god!
not.
It is.
No, it's
And I won't
not.
be able to
No,
Yeah,
watch
it
it
is.
until I'm after work.
Yeah, it is.
May
Oh, wait,
27th.
I will be able to watch it.
It's next week.
No, it's not. It's the week after.
Okay, but you know what I mean. It's like coming. It's like literally the next week. I hate, dude,
Yeah.
Dan. I'll tell you right now, the this week and next week thing does not exist for me. That because I hate that fucking terminology shit.
You're just wrong. It's a week on Friday.
It's still like in practically it's next week.
You're wrong. You are wrong. Don't
It's-
try to correct
It's
me.
coming out at the end of next week, and so that means in 2 weeks that we'll be back with like our regular Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I think that's
Yeah.
only going to be 6 episodes, so for 6 weeks we're going to be going with that, and then
Yes, sir.
and then for I think actually during that, Miss Marvel comes out.
Yeah, it comes out beginning of June 8th, I think.
Oh my god! Really?
Yep. So
I
we're
didn't
gonna probably
realize
be doing
that.
2 shows a week at one point, folks. So yeah, like
Ooh.
Damn.
it'll be a lot.
I'm gonna have to really clear my schedule. Fuck.
Are you gonna watch
I'm
Miss
gonna-
Marvel? I don't know if you don't have to
I'm-
join us for
I'm
that
gonna-
one.
I'm gonna watch both, obviously, because I like watching them. But I'm gonna have to like quit my job. Fuck.
We can't pay you yet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, god damn it.
Okay, I will start the raid. I'll put the should we? I'll put in Maclunkey and I'll put in a monkey,
McClunky monkey.
and you guys can pick whichever one you want to do. Okay, there it is. Actually, wait, shit. Before we do that, raid in with this one. Oh, the fucking one didn't register yet. Kaz has made some sick emotes. One of them is like literally animated one. If that's what we would normally probably raid in with, but let's go with 2 Joker ones. Let's go with a Kaz one. So if you, I think if you're subbed is the only time you can use those emotes. But like if you are subbed, You should be able to go into the raid with those emotes and use that one. It'll be even funnier. I think you guys are all subbed, aren't you?
I'm not, but I could resubscribe.
I am. I can be a bitch. It's fine.
So
Who am I annoying? Who am I annoying?
no, it's all good. We're about to pop into the raid. Anyway, Maclunkey, everybody. See you next time.
Are we out?
Oh, did they stop?
Oh my god.